two separate entities.
Trust me.
Protect.
So there's two separate motives.
Bleeding.
Listen. True.
There's a military presence.
Because there's supposedly 7 dead soldiers buried around.
7. 7.
7. 7.
Is this a spirit who's following us? To confirm.
I am.
Oh my.
From the windows.
I don't mean to freak anybody out. What the fuck is in the window? Look at that. 40. Alright, we gave you your penny. Malevolent.
40. You said increase and it fucking went up to 40.
The path that you gave.
The path.
The path to the woods, the one that we walked on today, is that what you're talking about?
Tonight. Yes.
Did you follow us?
Hi everyone, it's Jessica, and today we're gonna uncover the truth behind the haunting of Sam and Colby.
Literally something is saying multiple different ways that there is something attached.
The story begins in December 2021, when Sam Golbach and Colby Brock went to investigate the infamous Sallie house. They weren't prepared though for the evil entity hidden behind those walls. Actually, kind of ready for the demon, not ready for the attachment. The Sallie house is located in Atkinson, Kansas, and was built in the 19th century on commission of Dr. Finney and his family. Legend has it that one day a woman went knocking at the doctor's door, desperately asking for help. Her 6-year-old daughter, Sallie, had collapsed from severe abdominal pain. The doctor diagnosed the appendicitis and believed it was a matter of minutes before the appendix would have burst. So, after laying the little girl on the operating table, he immediately started cutting, without waiting for the anesthesia to take effect. Sallie stopped screaming. The doctor had killed the little girl. But that was just a legend. There is no actual documentation of a girl named Sallie. What's certain though is that there's something evil hidden in the basement of that same house. Something that likes to pretend to be a 6-year-old girl named Sallie.
Is there any evil spirits in the house? As I see it, yes.
Well, yeah.
Is there a spirit in the basement that is dangerous? It is decided.
Yes.
So.
On the night of the investigation, Sam, Colby, and their friends Nate Hardy and Seth Borden set their devices like they usually do and tried to make contact with the spirits of the Sallie house. To their surprise, the response came shockingly fast.
Oh? It was doing this.
The investigation continues with seemingly no demons on the horizon, until later in the night, when things start to take a dark turn. It becomes more and more clear that something is targeting Sam.
Heard it's your 7th birthday?
Whoa.
So, what?
Oh, did you guys just get like a wave of hotness? I'm like sweating now.
Really? Are you good? The heater might have kicked on.
But I've been cold this entire time.
Sallie, come downstairs. We have so much, so let's just go. Also, did you scratch yourself right here? I'm not even kidding. Like right here. See it right there? Is that like 3 scratches?
Wait, this?
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
Like right there, 1, 2, 3. You might have just done that by accident.
Oh, look at my whole face.
Your face is red as hell.
But that's not all. Sam kept feeling weird also in the basement, in the exact same spot where a medium earlier that night saw an evil figure.
There was something staring right at you?
Yeah.
How do you feel down here? Are you feeling anything?
I still feel really hot, which I know it got colder down here.
Your face is red as hell.
And now to Sam Golbach's great idea.
Should we stand on the pentagram?
So, there used to be a pentagram drawn on the floor that's now covered by a black stain. And the black stain doesn't seem to have the best history.
So I'm standing on it, burnt hair off my leg.
So yeah, let's stand on the pentagram! Well, between the two, Sam has always been the most inclined to invite spirits into his house. or as he likes to say, into his. But not only did Sam decide to sit down on the pentagram in order to give the demon easy access to his. Yeah, he also went as far as to provoke it. Little did he know that the evil entity would have accepted the challenge.
Did a medium tell us that there's an evil spirit here? Something that is able to touch, physically move things. I don't believe that. I want you to prove to me that you're down here. You move something here in this room? Can you touch me? Prove your existence once and for all.
After the intense experience at the Sallie house, Sam and Colby headed to more haunted locations. But every time they tried to open a line of communication, the same entity was making itself known.
Sallie!
Is this Sallie?
Yes.
Sallie's scream!
Throughout their investigations, and by asking the entity multiple questions, they came to 4 main conclusions. A. The spirit was inhuman and malevolent. B. It was looking for energy, what it repeatedly referred to as power.
Power.
And was probably receiving it from all the haunted locations Sam and Colby were visiting. C. Sam was the one who got the attachment, aka the demon inside his butt. And D. He got the attachment at the Sallie house. This last point, though, was later debunked. In fact, during their stay at the famous Stanley Hotel, Sam and Colby made a shocking discovery. Thanks to their friend Amanda Ray, who's a medium, they indeed got to uncover a surprising piece of information that, at the last minute, turned the table and left the two speechless.
So it's been with you since before I met you?
No way.
But it's never been anything that, like, concerns.
Wait, so you think this was pre-Conjuring?
I think that this is pre-Conjuring.
Or you saw it at the Conjuring? Or you saw it, like, before
I saw it
Borden
before, like, yeah, when I first met you, you had something with you.
At this point, Sam and Colby felt more confused than ever. The evil entity that had been following them for the past 7 investigations wasn't Sallie. It was something that got attached to Sam at least 5 months prior to their stay at the Sallie house. So why was this entity pretending to be Sallie? How long had it been living undercover inside Sam's house? But most important, who was this demon? These questions were left unanswered, and the story of Sam's attachment had remained, up to now, a mystery. But finally, after months, the mystery behind the hauntings of Sam and Colby is about to get solved. The theory is that Sam had 2 attachments, or not necessarily 2 attachments, but they think that another spirit was following them. A spirit who was trying to warn Sam about the evil entity who went by the name of Sallie. And I know you may think, what the hell? But stay with me, because the theory and the facts I'm about to expose you make so much sense that by the end of this video, you will find yourself with your jaw dropped on the floor. When Sam and Colby visited the Conjuring house the first time, they found out there's a demon in the basement and 7 dead soldiers roaming outside the house. The second time they come to the house, their friends Seth and Josh lead them into the forest to the spot where the tombstones of the soldiers had been found. On one of the tombstones there's a name, James, and a pentagram. Back at the house, they make contact with what seems to be James, who asks for the help of a medium. Sam and Colby reach out to Amanda, who suggests them to pray in order to help the soldiers. At this point, the two split up. Sam goes outside, where Amanda saw the 7 soldiers the previous time, while Colby goes in the basement, where the demon is. They both read out a prayer at the same time, hoping to help the soldiers and get rid of the demon. So now that we have all the pieces of the puzzle, here's the theory. Sam got an attachment at the Conjuring house. The attachment became stronger when Sam and Colby went to the Sallie house. That's because Sam challenged the demon, giving it permission to get closer to him.
I want you to prove to me that you're down here.
As you may know, demons have the reputation of being jokesters and liars. Pretending to be Sallie and watching Sam and Colby trying to solve a case based on false informations must have been a funny game to play for Sallie. Not only that, the less they knew about the origin of the attachment and the true identity of the demon, the more power the demon had over them. So why did Amanda see the attachment even before going to the Conjuring house? Well, as Amanda said multiple times on her channel, sometimes spirits know when you're about to go visit their home, and they decide to show themselves to you before you even get to the place.
There's a woman in my car with me right now. She's very excited that, we're coming here.
Could it be that the same entity residing in the basement of the Conjuring house had shown itself to Amanda before they even visited the place? And now to the second part of the theory. Remember James, one of the 7 soldiers who talked to Sam and Colby? What if he had kept following them even after their encounter, just to protect them from the evil attachment? What if James was just trying to return the favor? After all, Sam had tried to help the soldier by praying in the backyard that night. If my theory still sounds a little far-fetched and hard to believe, just keep watching, because the evidence I'm about to show you is insane. Everything makes so much sense. It's almost scary.
There's a lot more than just one energy here.
A lot more?
Yes. There's a lot more energy here. There's a male presence, an adult woman presence, there's a teenager's presence, there's a military presence that I was able to pick up. There's a military presence. There's at least 3 people in this room. One is very tall, like a soldier.
Do you want to harm us or hurt us tonight?
7. There's supposedly 7 dead soldiers buried around here. 7.
7. 7.
No fucking way.
Protect.
What are the 2 narratives we're working with here? One of them is that it's the same entity that's trying to trick us downstairs. The other one is that Sam...
No.
We've been asking these questions, and a few of them line up. Here's what's interesting. The ones in which they're not lining up seem to suggest that there's 2 separate entities with 2 separate motives.
Are there multiple evil spirits in the basement? See, it's landing on its side. We kind of have to shake it.
No? What's that say?
This says yes.
Yes.
Thanks for letting me talk.
Huh?
Whoa.
It might just be yeah, I'm done. Thanks for letting me talk.
Speak!
Is there an evil entity in the basement? Better not tell you now.
Better not tell you now.
Yes.
Do you want to harm us or hurt us tonight?
7.
7? My reply is no.
Jesus. Save.
What? Do you need Jesus to save you? Or do you protect... Or
Come back.
I command you with the power of God to leave these poor soldiers alone. Let them free.
Are the other spirits good?
Down. Leave.
There's no good
4.
spirits?
And then energy 4s is the ones that start revealing themselves in the dark shadows and more physical. Yeah, there's an energy 4 downstairs.
Oh. What's that say? Brought.
You brought it with you.
If you're an entity that was brought from somewhere else besides here at the Fort Henry, can you switch these 2 flashlights?
What does that say? Troop. Soldiers?
Can you turn off the blue flashlight? If there's any other spirit besides Sallie that wants to talk to us, can you please make a sound?
Are you
Found
trying
me?
I was literally about to say I feel like we're connected. There's a guy right over here. He looks like a soldier.
I'm Sam. Can you tell me your name?
Back at the house.
We're back. Oh my god.
The corner. Don't go. It was my idea.
Is this a spirit who's following us? Can you give us a name, a sign, or anything to confirm?
I am.
Oh my
From the windows.
I don't mean to freak anybody out. What the fuck is in the window? Look at that.
Did you have anything to do?
From the basement. Basement.
I don't know if my mind's just playing tricks on me at this point, but I think I could have sworn I just heard a footstep.
Is this spirit we're talking to named Sallie?
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yes.
Why are you following us?
He's easy.
I would walk from class to class with a Bible and went to Bible study twice a week and along with church. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So I was going like all the time. I was really like devout in my faith, praying all the time. It was crazy. But anyways, we loved God and God loved us. If there's any other spirits down here that don't want me here, know that God's on my side.
He's easy.
Dude, I think they're talking about you.
There's a promise, I
We're
think.
just soldiers. It wraps back around to soldiers.
Soldiers,
We're just
yeah.
soldiers
Oh, wow.
in
That's
that
giving me
battle.
chills.
They asked for your help last time. You went back, and now they're telling you what you guys need to do. You guys got some business to finish up there.
Okay, so we know something's following us with Sallie. Maybe like
He's bleeding.
You good over there, bro?
My fucking nose is bleeding.
no
What?
fucking way.
Actually?
Yeah, like it's not a lot, but look, like there's literally blood on my finger.
What?
Are you
Does that
good, man?
happen? Are you okay?
No, I don't get nosebleeds. What the fuck?
Has that ever happened to you?
No.
On an investigation?
Never.
In terms of things being attached to you, there's definitely this like male energy. Male energy.
You like that we're here?
Someone's here.
Oh!
Believe.
Believe.
Calling you. It's real. There's a guy right over here. He looks like a soldier.
Really? Like the story of the 7 soldiers in the walls?
Like he looks like one of the 3 that I saw walking outside. He's in like light
Believe.
coat.
Let you out of
It's here.
It's here?
As you said that, that gave me chills.
Are you
Go.
happy that we're here? Do you like us?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like us, okay. Do you want to tell us something?
Are you a good spirit? Or a good person?
Are you here to hurt us?
Are you trapped in these stables?
Do you know Sir Henry or Lady Mary?
Every day.
Are you best
I see you.
Whoa!
Were you one of their servants?
Pain.
Pain?
I'm real. It's real. Hello? I'm trying.
Do you need more energy? She shook her head immediately.
I'm scared. Whoa.
Who are you scared of?
We're not gonna hurt you if you're scared of us.
I can't.
Is there a bad person here with you?
With each other.
Multiple of them.
She said like we're all the same earlier.
Yeah.
Be gone.
Do you have anything else you need to say to us?
It's last chance. Are you in danger?
Stay.
Stay? You want us to stay? Are you in danger? Do you need help?
Any of you.
How can we help you? We're trying to help you cross over.
Ready.
Ready to cross over? Oh my
I bet
god.
her legs are really cold. It's really cold back like all around this area.
Do you want us to pray?
Run.
You want us to run?
What does this look like? Run. Run.
Run.
Lot. Entered the lot. Honestly, that was crazy. 40. All right, we gave you your penny. You want a malevolent.
40 malevolent?
Anything? Increase. And yeah, we're just gonna
40. It just, you said increase and it fucking went up to 40.
The thing is going up really high. It's like, it was in the 40s.
It was in the 40s again?
Yeah.
Release me? What's in the attic?
Who's us?
God is made in his own image and likeness.
and purchased from Satan's tyranny at so great a price.
Help.
There's someone here that needs your help?
Or do you need help?
Behind you.
Oh God. Yeah, right in the attic crawl space.
Follow.
Go in there, man.
Me. Back out.
Are you in here? Is this Sallie?
Yes.
Can you tell us how you got here? Sallie. Sallie, can you tell us how you got here?
He shook his head.
Basement.
No, basement. Basement. At the portal.
With you.
Bruh!
Hi.
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 Oh shit! Wait, what was that?
I thought I saw a fucking shadow. Whoa.
It's just me.
It's just me! It's just you! Dude, it all makes sense. Guys!
Sorry, that was me.
Dude, wait.
The path that you gave.
The path.
The path to the woods? The one that we walked on today? Is that what you're talking about?
Tonight.
The path we walked on tonight into the woods, is that what you're talking about?
Yes. This one, though.
Lock the door. Go.
You want us to leave? Or you want us to go lock the door?
I already did.
Already locked the door? The door was locked in the Conjuring basement.
2320.
And then it locked you guys out away from us.
Maybe I'm just honestly, I could just be a dumbass. Don't know how to do these like fucking weird doors. Like, look at these. What type of door is that? I don't even know how to work. Alright guys, we're now coming up to it. It's gonna be on our left over here. Colby, look at this.
What?
Broken gravestones.
That's a tombstone right there?
Yeah.
Oh, you can see the letterings right there.
Well, dude, there's way more. Check this one out. Slanted on the side.
What's that say?
Pentagram. Look.
Oh, shit!
You'll see it a lot.
Can you see our friend Sam upstairs?
Stuck.
Stuck. He's stuck.
Is he in danger?
Sam.
Holy shit.
Extreme.
Wait, the same. We just were talking about the Sallie and Susie reference. Are you talking about Sallie?
Talk.
Okay, are you talking about Sallie and Susie being the same? They look identical.
Sure.
Holy fuck. I get
Back.
Did someone come back? Or do you want them to come back to your house?
Get out.
Why do you want us to leave?
Don't.
Two different people.
Out.
Out.
Yes, two different people.
Yeah.
Obscure.
Yes.
Child. It looks like a little kid. Come.
Come.
October. Come.
Come.
October. Try anything. Shining light from the basement. Are you the same spirit from the original Conjuring haunting?
So we were right. So I do think we are talking to the guy from the basement.
Ready.
Or did somebody else from the basement follow us up?
Seven. Trust me. I'm sorry. The biggest guy.
Is there a God?
He is there.
But are you more powerful than he is?
Bigger.
That's where you're wrong.
So this was the theory. I would really like to go to the Conjuring house and see if we can contact James, if he's still there, and maybe finally shine a light on the truth. So, Sam and Colby, hit me up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also let me know in the comments down below what you think about the theory and the entire story. I would really like to know your opinions about it. And yes, I will see you in another video. Bye guys.